The following is a fan-based discussion. All properties discussed are property of Toei Inc., Bandai, Hasbro, and Subaru Productions.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Tokupitch.
Original idea version. So, it's my turn.
It is.
I did a rider last time, which I felt wasn't as in-depth as I wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And
Really, because I feel like yours was the most in-depth out of all of us.
I felt like it was.
No, his was the most creative.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to reveal the name at the
I
end.
had opening narration.
You did.
I'm going to reveal the name at the end
Okay.
of the show
Ooh.
because I actually got a name this time.
Okay.
It is in Japanese because of course. So, the basis is demons versus humans,
Ooh.
with angels as a third party helping out the humans, but it's more of a war by proxy. So, the Rangers are pretty much either paramilitary members, mercenaries, what have you, scientists, and a single angel who volunteered to help in the general fight.
Okay.
The colors are, it's all based on elements, more or less, that are given to these people by the angels themselves, except for the angel already has his.
Okay.
So we have red, who's fire, of course.
Right.
He's a mercenary. Blue is water.
Of course.
We haven't had a female blue in a little bit, so I wanted one.
Fair.
Yellow is air. Male scientists.
Okay.
White is light.
The angel.
Yes. And female mercenary with green. I do like having a female green.
With earth or...
Yes, Earth is her thing.
Okay.
So mechs are very Cock Ranger-esque. I'm always a fan of those. I want the Cock Ranger-esque mechs.
For anyone who may not know, explain what that means.
Basically, they all get their own separate one.
Okay.
And I'm not really going to do as many combinations this time. I like leaving them a little bit separate. If we do end up getting combinations, it'll end up being like the ones from Sentai Tokupitch, where it's 2 and 2 that can work together.
Question.
Yes.
So by giving everyone individual mechs, that gives us freedom for more grand scale battles.
Yes, so we can have...
Because we can have multiple kaiju converging on multiple mechs.
Yeah. Or like,
fight scene.
2 of them only fighting out there, but everybody else is on the ground. I like things like that, especially when you can film stuff like that happen. When they did in that one episode of Kiramisha, I lost my shit. So I have this set up in arcs.
Oh, nice.
So the first arc is like episodes 1 through 17. The demons are attacking the human world, and I'm putting that in hard quotes. Like I said earlier, the Rangers are given their powers by the angels above. This all happens around episode 1. But the demons themselves seem to be looking for something. They're not really actually out attacking a lot of people. And that does start rising up some flags with the Rangers themselves, except for White, because, he is an angel himself. But he's also quite young. I'm going to make him the youngest on the team, like 20. So he's a little bit naive with the ways of the world and the way that the world works.
Okay.
So he's very loyal to the upper echelon of angels that are up there. However, the more that they fight, they realize that the demons aren't really doing anything to people. They're just actively out there putting out search parties, but they're being ordered to go out and basically just kill them before they can really do anything. We do end up finding out more about everybody's like family, husbands, wives, what have you. Bar White, who doesn't really have a family he was close to, as the Angel Society doesn't really have close societal bonds. It's more just an obligational one.
Okay.
They answer to God and no one else.
Pretty much. Sure, let's go with that. The Sixth Ranger, who will end up being introduced in the second act, he is a captured demon. But that would happen around the end of episode 17, where White accidentally stumbles upon somewhere inside of the base that they're in. Seeing that there's a whole bunch of captured demons and this one is still alive there. And he doesn't really like the fact that he's basically being experimented on. So the next couple episodes are him convincing the other Rangers as they're out there fighting and stuff, sort of covertly, because he doesn't want anybody else to hear them, to get this one out. Especially because he sees like there are remains of other demons down there. So the angels are out here experimenting on these demons and just doing something. And at the end of the next episode, we end up getting a flash to one of the experiments more or less going wrong. And the energy is being drained from the demon and put into a new morpher. I love this. It's great. At the end of episode 21, the Rangers end up helping this demon escape, also while stealing the new morpher, and some stone tablets that are underground near the demon experimental area. Yellow and green end up seeing.
I'm wondering what these tablets are.
Yes. They're not huge, but they are stone, so they can actually just them out of there. So they end up taking that with them. The third act. The third act is going to be quite a bit longer. It's going to be about the length of the first one, because the second act is only like 5 episodes.
Okay.
This is a breaking up the team a bit, because they end up having to get their families to safety. They're on the lam at this point.
Okay. Rangers on the run.
Yeah, getting these things out while also still out there protecting people just in case they have to.
So they're being hunted by the angels at this point.
Yes, and this is where a lot more of the destruction is going to start taking place, because the angels sort of don't care. They just don't want their secrets getting out. So they're sending out, like straight up light elementals, like mecha, little minion ones.
Just full on, like, the armies of heaven are out en masse searching for these people.
Pretty much. And there's a reason, like, it happens as sort of an escalation where the battles get a little bit more destructive.
Dense.
Get a little bit more destructive each time, because they keep underestimating them. Thinking that just like everything else that they've done,
these foolish humans can do nothing against our magnificent power.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they keep underestimating them, and then that just keeps escalating. It's like, and every time it's just like, I guess we'll have to try harder next time.
Yep.
I'm amused by their tenacity.
Pretty much. Now, this is a millennia-old war. And like I said earlier, the angels are using the humans as a war by proxy. And so they find out from our new Sixth Ranger that the angels are the ones who actually started the war. And the demons are just trying to get to these gates just set up around the world that to actually get to the angel world to pretty much enact their revenge.
Right.
They wiped out a good portion of them a couple of millennia ago, so that's their whole point here. You actually end up getting some help from the demons around this time. The angel and the demon
White Ranger.
Yes. Are going to end up having...
What color is the Demon Ranger?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
I
wasn't sure if you already said.
Yes. The angel and the demon are going to mostly not get along. And there's going to be a lot more...
Sounds par for the course.
Yeah. It's going to be more on the demon side, because he really doesn't trust them. He has no problem with the humans, but the angel, after the story is brought out, feels a lot of guilt towards the things that have happened, even though he wasn't a part there. It's, like I said, he's quite young.
It's an oft used trope, but it's not a bad one. I'm not saying that to like put your story down, but like I believe that this organization is right because they are the ones who raised me, and I believe them. But then, truth comes to light, and then maybe we're not as good as I thought we were.
Pretty much. Now the Sixth Ranger, after a couple episodes, actually does end up using the morpher after the others are, basically pinned down. He's black, and his power is shadow, not darkness. Shadow, yes, because the light ends up casting the shadow. Now the two scientists of the team are out there actually like looking over the tablets that they stole, bringing it back. But they end.
Thank you for remembering your own story.
They're basically out there.
You're already leagues ahead of some other writers.
They're more or less translating and transcribing what is on the tablets, because one of the tablets that they stole ended up being what is the Rosetta Stone? It basically ends up being a Rosetta Stone.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Of the other tablets, so they can actually go ahead.
So the tablet from which all like modern languages came from, essentially, or like ancient languages.
The ancient language of the angels and demons in this case. That's more what it is. So you can actually be
what we have used to help translate languages from the past.
Yeah.
And they're using that to transcribe.
Now, when they end up getting to the end of this tablets, or I guess the end of the last one, they end up finding out that there are ways to upgrade their powers.
Okay.
But only for the 4 of them. The angel and the demon are actually going to be left out of the upgrade initially.
Okay, so that's 4. The 4 of them: red, green, yellow, and blue.
Yes. So we end up getting lightning for red.
Okay.
Ice for water. Gravity for Mr. Air.
Okay.
And metal for
Sounds like you're delving into.
Avatar.
I was gonna say like the Chinese elements with like wood, fire,
Pretty
metal,
much, yeah.
metal, etc.
I was thinking of Aether, but I was just like, I don't know how to quantify that. So, because of math.
Well, it's like chi. It's like the energy of living things, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I could have really gone either way here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're powered up based off of those. They end up getting new mechs, more upgraded version of the mechs that they already have.
Fire and lightning. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, that was very Avatar-esque for me. But White and Black do end up getting theirs later. And this actually ends up coming about after they end up spending a lot of time together. I am building up a romantic subplot. I know that's new for me. But I wanted to
No, it's not. Is it a heterosexual?
No.
See, no, it's not.
The hell am I? Straight.
Good romance is a good romance.
Yeah. But yeah, their power up and coming about after they end up spending more time together and actually really getting to know each other. You know, all love stuff.
Okay.
But their power.
May I ask who?
Hmm?
Who was the romance between?
White and Black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Of course.
The angel and the demon.
Of course.
Yeah. Now their power up.
It's forbidden love. It's one of the most interesting kinds.
Yeah, so I went there. Their power up ended up being the ability to use each other's power. Sort of like if you saw
Because one cannot exist without the other.
pretty much. If you saw season 4 of Digimon, Lucimon saying that light and darkness can't exist in the same space, so their power ends up being sort of destructive when it ends up coming together. They have a lot of destructive power, and their mechs are the ones that combine exclusively with each other.
It's like antimatter meeting matter. It's
Pretty
just
much.
just a big old explosion.
Mm-hmm. Now, we do end up getting into a little bit of a moral quandary. We're in the final act here.
Okay.
But they are able to contact the higher echelon of demons through Black. However, they end up having a moral question of letting the demons, find where the gates are. It'll just end up creating a cycle.
Now these gates again. What are they? They are using
Portals to the world of the
portals to paradise, if you will,
pretty much
to the angel realm, and they're going to use those to stage a sneak attack and get the drop on them, and then that's how we'll take out their higher ups.
Yeah,
disable the whole thing, and then take over. Okay,
but the issue is when you end up doing things like this, especially when it ends up coming from a motivation of revenge, a cycle is begun.
Right.
So it's just like, do we let them? Well, do we give them this information, or do we not? They said the Rangers.
Do we let
just
the cycle of violence continue, or do we try to find a way to stop it on our own?
Yes. Unfortunately, they really can't come up with an idea to be able to stop it. So they actually say, "All right, we'll give them the information, but we have to find out some way to protect the human world in between the two."
Because we got our own to look out for.
Yeah. The final battle ends up taking over the place of the last couple episodes. Is mostly just the team just defending. Because all of this is basically happening in the sky and in the other realms, but they don't really care about the other realms. Just the human world right now. Because they're being used as a proxy and they want to be taken out of the issue that isn't theirs. So heavy losses are sustained on both sides. And an epilogue happens a year after the final battle.
Okay.
They basically end up working as mediators between the two, especially White and Black, to come to a sort of truce. Just basically just keep yourselves apart from each other.
It's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet situation.
Yes, except without the stupid ending.
But without the just look down. Just look down, you'll see he's okay.
Yeah.
Especially in the Baz Luhrmann version.
But yeah, they end up coming to a truce to basically just stay in their own realms and not fight each other. Black and White end up staying in the human world mostly to help clean up the issue that the people caused.
Yeah,
and the end of the show is basically.
I think if you have one member of each side who are now romantically linked, and you could have them stand in front of the entire human race and hold their heads high and say look, the two of us have found a way to not only just coexist, but we found a way to love each other. Then I think you have something really powerful there.
Yes,
hey, look, we can put aside our differences and we have found love with each other. Please just. We're going to help you rebuild and move on. Yep. I think there's a lot to be said there.
And that's pretty much the end of the show. I do have a part where they just, there's a little bit of a team get together again near the end of it where they just hang out for a little bit with friends and family. And that's the end.
And they're not called away to use their powers again. It's just It's not like we're hanging out and then like, oh, monster shows up. Now we must off we go to fight things.
Yeah.
No, it's just like we're gonna hang out. We're just gonna enjoy each other's company and just relax.
Kind of
for a
like the
bit.
end of Key Ranger.
Yeah.
They all showed up at Yellow's restaurant.
Yeah.
That's the end.
All right.
That was pretty good.
And what is the name of said show?
All right. Mado Sentai Ginsoja. So Mado is magic. Ginso basically ends up meaning elemental. So it works for the power that they have.
Cool.
Or elements, rather.
I like it.
I like it too.
Yay!
That was good. That was really good.
That was really good.
I don't
It
really.
screams you.
I don't
No
really have
offense.
any questions because
It fucking screams
you've
you.
detailed everything very well, so I don't really have any questions about anything.
Thank you.
Any ideas on what their morphers would be or anything?
But that is a great question. I was thinking of like maybe just like the traditional morpher work, especially here, where it's a little bit more practical.
Maybe like a jeweled bracelet or something
Yeah.
like that.
I was thinking, and they would need the presence of their element in order to activate the morpher.
I feel like that would just end up being a little bit too restrictive.
Well, not necessarily, because I'm assuming they can use their magical ability. So, like,
If that were the case, like the air ranger could transform anywhere because it's air everywhere.
but no, what I'm saying is like, imagine as part of the sequence, they summon the energy, like they summon their element in one hand and then do that. I'm not making it restrictive, but I'm saying integrate.
But like they use
the
their powers to like conjure the element.
Yeah.
And then, like,
it's the combination of the
so,
element
like,
itself and
so like on the
magic
red,
energy.
so like on the red ranger, I summon like a little fire or a lightning bolt and like zap it into my morpher and then like I transform.
At least that could maybe it could trigger it to get from a like a camouflaged appearance, like it's just a bracelet, to the actual morpher.
In the end, it turns to the actual thing.
What are you thinking of the suits? Any ideas what those aesthetics would be?
So I was thinking about this last night. I was thinking just like a traditional, like V-shaped visor on them, but the edges look like their element. So it'd be like, fire,
Flames, water droplets,
yeah,
Okay.
a gust of wind,
yeah.
like swirls, that sort of thing.
And it would end up changing when they end up getting their upgraded ones, so their suits would change.
Okay.
I was also thinking of waistcoats, but I think that would be safe. For
But
the
also, hear me out.
upgraded one.
Lips.
That one over here.
Just the suit is giant lips. Just lips with lips.
I hate both of you. Looking like
That'll be one of the demons.
looking like the beginning of fucking. Rocky
That would
Horror
absolutely
Picture
be one of the demons, just a pair of giant lips.
They would just.
It
kill
could be
it
one of the
immediately.
angels too, depending on what description you're reading.
They would just kill it immediately. I do want one fight where they're just like, nope, and it's just kill it.
Make it spider themed. I think that'll get more of a laugh. It's like it's like the guy from fucking the Teen Titans show where he's like just a normal dude, but his head is a whole spider. Just nope, fuck you, burn with fire.
But yeah,
That was Killer Moth, wasn't it?
It was in that episode, but it wasn't. That wasn't.
I
actually-
might be thinking of Justice League because he was like,
No, it was in that episode arc that
Yeah.
that character was involved in, but he himself was not Killer Moth.
okay.
but yeah, that's my.
Isn't he the guy that Robin had to take his daughter on a date to prom?
That's Killer Moth. Yes,
That was Killer Moth.
the guy with the spider is the girl's actual boyfriend.
Right.
Anyway.
Anyway. Have seen it. Anywho. Marcus, that was a wonderful pitch.
That was a wonderful
Thank
pitch.
you.
I liked it a lot.
Yay!
Round of applause.
I'm very happy.
Let us know what you think
So
of
what
his
did you all
pitch
think?
in the comments below, or if you have any ideas, go right ahead. I lost my train of thought. I'm fucking tired.
You're next.
Oh, that's your turn.
I am next.
You're doing a Kamen Rider, or are you doing a Ultraman, or
I've got a few ideas.
ooh?
We'll see which one I wind up landing on.
This actually, really enough, this idea spawned from me having a completely different idea, which I think we're going to save for later.
Always fun. But thank you guys so much for joining us as always. Follow us on all of the things if you can, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.